This is Matt Norlander with the CBS Sports Eye on College Basketball Podcast. Joining us here on CBS Sports is Gonzaga All-American forward Drew Timme. Drew, it's great to be here with you. You're here on behalf of Pringles. As we get rolling, I got to ask you, do you got mustache envy right now? This makes sense, NIL deal, but Julius Pringles is the logo's name. He's got a better stash than you. So what's the real motivation here, Drew?
He does, man. The real reason why I partnered with him is just because I was trying to get some mustache tips from Mr. P. You know, he's just got the perfect stash, and I was like, what better mentor for me to learn from than from the GOAT himself? So, kind of was just a match made in heaven. I feel like.
Yeah, I think you're going there. By the way, is this the stash that you're rocking with right now? Is that going to continue to grow the deeper you get into the tournament? Is this intentional, or did I just catch you on a weird day?
No, my beard just grows in like 3 days, so I got to shave again.
Okay. All right. So we might see you clean cut for the UCLA tip. Is that right, Drew?
Maybe a little bit.
Okay, a little bit. No, but not too much. Okay. I got to know the exact number of Pringles you think you can eat in one sitting. What are we setting the over under at here? Is it like 50, 75, 100? I sit you down after a game. You haven't eaten a number of hours. How many Pringles are you just absolutely demolishing in that sitting?
If you get the barbecue can with my face on it, then like as many as is in front of me. So I try not to have too many in front of me, you know, because they're just addicting.
So so you've got a barbecue flavor with your image and name, image, and likeness on it. I take it that is now your favorite Pringles flavor. Is that right, Drew?
It's awesome because that actually has been my favorite one. I low-key asked for that one. I was like, I got the barbecue one because that's my favorite flavor. So Pringles are super cool, and let me get that one.
Yeah, man, I like it. All right, let's talk some hoops here. First of all, if I text Few right now and I tell him we're talking about Pringles as you get ready to prep for UCLA, what's his reaction going to be?
He'd probably be like, how do I enter the March Madness sweepstakes and grow my stash so I can get get one of yours, because you can't buy them in the store. So like he's been asking me for them too. So he would love it though. He likes all the NIL stuff. He's a big proponent of it.
Is there what do people need? Listen, you're already growing into an expert pitch man. What do people need to know about these Pringles sweepstakes before we get a little bit deeper into the hoops and off the court stuff?
You just gotta grow your stash or something, or get some type of facial hair, show that beautiful stash off. It can be fake, it can be real, and enter it and send it to Pringles for a chance to win, because you cannot buy these cans in the store. So if you really want one, then you're gonna have to do some work for them, which is kind of fun.
Yeah, I don't even have one yet. I'm also, by the way, this is 5 days worth of growth. I bet you wish you had my genes on this. I'm shaving maybe later on tonight. I don't have that beard growth situation like you do, Drew. So, hey, speaking of Few, how is his chest bumping ability? Has it gotten better? I did that story. I basically did your life story, at least your college life story. And listen, a few of your assistant coaches were saying Drew goes over and insists on doing these chest bumps with Mark Few, and Few kind of does it, but it looks hilarious. Like, has he gotten better? Are you worried you're going to actually injure your head coach here before a big game?
Nah, he might act like he doesn't like it, but he likes it. That's our thing. And so like he's gotten better at it. He's more on balance when I come through in the line. So like, he's trying to knock me back a little bit too, which is fun. He's been in the weight room a little bit too, so he feels a little bit stronger than he used to with it.
Okay, I dig it. I did do the Life and Times, The Legend of Drew Timme for CBSSports.com. I don't know if you read the story yet. I mean, I sent you a text, but per usual, typical Drew Timme, never heard back. It's cool. We're finally talking now. I don't know if you read it or not, but I know people around you talked about it. Is there a particular story that maybe I didn't put in there that I should have? Like, yeah, I want you on the record right now. What's a story from your college time, maybe even away from the floor, that folks around you just opted not to share with me that you want to put out there now?
I like the stuff that was in there. I feel like the stuff that's not in there is not in there for a reason. So it's probably better that we didn't have every story in there.
I think that's probably true, but maybe we can catch up at the Final Four and talk a bit more about that. I want a couple quick random ones. In that story, you're a huge cartoon boxers guy. What boxers are you wearing right now for this interview? Oh, is he going to
I'm wearing my Maters from Cars today.
Okay, there you go. My 7-year-old would love that choice, by the way. Cars, I dig it. And is the legend true that you actually prefer to wear like different colored like normal boxers during the game, not your compression boxer shirt? You're just pulling out the drawer and whatever it is, everyday underwear. That's what we're rolling with.
Yeah, so like if we had game day today, I'd hoop in the Maters today.
Gosh, okay. One thing I didn't get from there, I'm just curious, what's your all-time favorite band or artist? Like what are you listening to either most in your spare time or even before a game? That remains a mystery and we need to clear it up right now.
I would definitely say Lil Uzi Vert or Future for me right now. Probably like games or just in the car and stuff. It's probably my two favorite artists right now.
Okay. You're getting ready to play UCLA. I got a question on them in a second, but I actually do want to bring up something that I learned in reporting out that story. Your coaches and your parents said that your proudest moment in a Gonzaga uniform at the time when I did the interview, maybe it's changed in the couple weeks since, was the charge you took to help force overtime in the Final Four game against UCLA a couple years ago. You've had a lot of great moments, but why is that the one that stands out above all others to this point in your career?
Yeah, just because I think like at that moment in the game, if I didn't take that charge, he would have made that shot. And I had 4 fouls, and I just kind of did it. And then what it led to, and I think I'm proud of it too because it came on the defensive end. Like people always like, Memphis or TCU or whatever, but like I don't know, that play is something I don't think people would assume I would do. So that's kind of why it's my favorite play, and it was such a big play, I think. So that's why I really liked it.
It's also the forgotten play from that game because everyone remembers the Suggs shot, right? But without the charge, maybe you don't ever get the Suggs shot, right?
Yeah, that's also kind of why like it just low key and happened, but it to me it felt like such a big deal. So like, but also like no one talks about it too. That's kind of why I like it as well.
Drew, what is it about this team that gives you a shot, not just to beat UCLA again, but do what you did 2 years ago and perhaps make another Final Four national title game, maybe even win it all? What is it about this group in particular? And have you been benefited? There's been a lot of talk about you not being a 1 seed, not being a 2 seed, but being instead a 3 seed. Like, is that valid with all the discussion around that heading into this tournament?
Yeah, it definitely helps to kind of be flying under the radar and not be a 1 seed and have all the pressure that comes with being a 1 seed on you. I mean, we're underdogs for this game coming up, and I think we were last game too. And it's just awesome to like kind of be in that role and not have all the pressure of having to win. I think that's kind of the hardest part about the tournament is like Purdue, like they had so much pressure to win that game that like I feel like probably at the end of the game they probably tensed up and were like, crap, we're not supposed to be in this position with this team. And I think it just amplified things for them. And even Arizona, like it's kind of nice not having people pick you for once. It's different. And then, you know, we're a group of fighters, and one thing UCLA is going to do is they're going to fight and they're going to play hard and physical, and we do that as well. So as long as we can just match that and surpass their energy and their effort, I think we'll be more than fine.
Is it a benefit that you're back in Vegas? I mean, Gonzaga fans know how to get there with their eyes closed at this point. Drew Timme back in Vegas. You were just there. I just can't help that you might have someone bogeying you the entire time just in case, but you are familiar with the territory there. I'm wondering if this is exactly maybe this is exactly where you want to be. In terms of the location, the region where you are right now, how joyous is it to, go back to some familiar territory? But at the same time, are we sure that the assistants aren't checking your floor at like 10:30 for curfew to make sure you're there?
No, this is an awesome place to be. It's easy for all our fans to get. There's going to be a lot of fans there, especially for UCLA too. It's going to be last time we played them, I think we like that arena was filled up. It was awesome environment, and this is a business trip. You can't mess around on a week like this. I didn't even bring any clothes or anything to go out. Like I'm so locked into this and this moment and this just thing. So no one's got to be worried about me this trip.
Yeah, I'm seeing. Is that a Gimme Timme hoodie that you've got on right now? Is that what I see right there? Is that
I do actually, yeah, man. Just dropped another episode of the podcast this past Monday. We drop one every week. So
you're welcome.
it's just fun.
You're welcome. Yeah, you're welcome for the plug. Also, I'm offended that I feel like I wrote the definitive piece on your career and I can't get an invite. Like, what is going on? That's on your producer. That's bad producing is what that is.
I didn't know you wanted to get on the pod, man. My bad.
No, you're good. You're good. No, we appreciate you having you here. Last one. This is important. You know who I talked to this morning? Talk to Megan. Talk to your mom.
Yeah.
She's got 2 questions. When are you going to call her? Okay. When are you going to call her? Let's start with that. When are you getting a call to
How
mom?
did I know that was coming up, bro? The thing is, I called her last night when we got done with dinner at like 11, but it's 1 a.m. their time, so like that's just a bad time to call. So I got a couple text messages this morning, but I had to roll down here to you. So basically, like you have to tell my mom that I had to talk to you over her, so then we can turn that one on you and take the blame off me. So
Okay,
I like that.
now see, yeah, this is now I'm starting to feel like Mark Few. Like now I'm knowing how you work. Her other question is your room clean? Like, are you rooming with Watson again? How much of a disaster is your hotel room right now? Because she's extremely concerned.
She's not allowed in there. I'll say that much. We've only been here like not 24 hours, and it's already feels like home. I'll say.
Oh boy. Well, the hotel room is a disaster, but Drew Timme has it very much cleaned up on the court. He is here with Pringles and doing a promotion throughout the NCAA tournament March Madness. Drew, I appreciate you joining us here on CBS Sports, and I would be more than happy to return the favor at some point here on the Gimme Timme podcast, and hope to see you at the Final Four. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you so much for having me.